What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful weekend. So this just in, there were tests that were run with Lil Nas X after the altercation that occurred last week. Come to find out, there were no substances in his system, suggesting that it may have been something a little bit more concerning. Some are speculating a possible psychotic break. Let's go ahead and get into this article. So it says last week, Lil Nas X, the Grammy winner, who was known for his bold artistry, was arrested in Los Angeles after a public episode that left fans and onlookers concerned. Tests have confirmed that the 26-year-old rapper, born Montero Lamar Hill, was not under the influence of illegal substances or alcohol during the incident, suggesting that he may have suffered a possible psychotic episode according to sources close to the situation. On the early morning of August 21st, 2025, police responded to reports of a man walking on Ventura Boulevard in Studio City. The individual was Lil Nas X, who was initially seen in his underwear and cowboy boots before reportedly appearing fully unclothed, naked. Video circulating online captured the singer dancing, singing Nicki Minaj lyrics, and placing a traffic cone on his head while making cryptic remarks about a party. His erratic behavior escalated when he allegedly charged at responding officers, leading to his arrest on suspicion of battery on a police officer. Lil Nas X was taken to a hospital for evaluation with initial concerns about a possible OD of illegal substances. However, his attorney, Christy O'Connor, stated in court that there was no evidence of past use of illegal substances, describing the incident as an unusual moment in an otherwise stable life. The artist's father, Robert Strafford, echoed this sentiment, firmly denying any involvement with illegal substances and expressing that his son was remorseful in seeking help. Court conditions require that Lil Nas X for him to attend an outpatient rehabilitation program for illegal substances and weekly Narcotics Anonymous meetings, a precaution despite the test results. That's okay. I feel like they jumped the gun a little bit. I can see both sides, right? But I'll continue reading the article. The incident had sparked widespread concern for Lil Nas X and his mental health. His behavior, including strutting down the street and confronting a bystander, had led to some speculation about a possible psychotic episode, though no official medical diagnosis had been publicly confirmed. The artist, who has been open about his struggles as a Black and gay man in the music industry, recently faced health challenges, including temporary facial paralysis earlier this year. These factors have fueled discussions about his pressures and need for compassionate support. On August 25th, Lil Nas X pled not guilty to 4 felony charges, including 3 counts of battery with injury on a police officer and 1 count of resisting an executive officer. He was released on a $75,000 bail with a preliminary hearing set for September 15, 2025. In an Instagram story, he reassured his fans, saying, quote, "Your girl's gonna be okay, y'all." While describing the past few days as terrifying, his recent social media activity, including wiping his Instagram and posting cryptic selfies, has already raised eyebrows before the incident. Known for pushing boundaries with hits like Old Town Road and provocative projects, Lil Nas X has often blurred the line between art and controversy. Some fans speculate that this incident could be tied to his upcoming album Dream Boy, set for release later this year, while others urge the public to focus on his well being. The incident highlights broader issues of mental health support, particularly for marginalized artists, as discussed in a recent opinion piece emphasizing the challenges faced by Black and gay individuals. So, um, a few thoughts, right? One, I really hope that, most importantly, I really hope that he is able to um, get the help that he needs. The good news is, he does have the resources and the means to seek professional mental, help for his mental health issues. But the fact that the tests have shown that he didn't have, drugs or alcohol in his system during this time, I feel like those charges need to be dropped. They need to be dismissed because the US, we do not have adequate, mental health care um, in this country. Our healthcare system is, especially, for us being a first world country and an industrialized nation, the richest in the world, right? We have one of the worst healthcare systems in the world. And it's quite unfortunate because instead of, the cops assuming that he was having a possible episode, he was automatically hit with 4 felony charges. And they didn't, I guess, they didn't do a talk screen, while they was, busy arresting him and charging him. And then after adequate tests were done, now we're finding out that there was nothing in his system, which leads to a much bigger discussion about mental health. I feel like a lot of people are really struggling. I feel like the world as a whole has changed after COVID, and just going back to like the Tamar Braxton situation that just recently occurred. She's promoting her own EP and her own work, but now there's been all kind of drama. So I'm hoping that this was not a publicity stunt to promote his music that is coming out later this year. Because while on one hand you do want to have people, talking about you and, getting your name and your face out there, you can do so without casting, yourself in a negative light. I hope that makes sense. Um, because like I said, he's never had an issue with the law before. He didn't have anything in his system. And the way that he was acting in that recorded video at 4 in the morning going down the street in just his underwear and cowboy boots does not seem like something that someone would do in their rational mind, their state of mind. And the reason why I brought up Tamar is because, she said that, her teeth were missing. She woke up in a pool of blood. She's having all this online beef with Funky Dineva. At the same time, she's putting out music in a new video with Mendices. It's to me, it's not worth it. Like Lil Nas X, he won a Grammy for Old Town Road, and Tamar Braxton is insanely talented as well. It's like, if you focus on your craft and your talent and focus on the music, all the other stunt queen type stuff, it doesn't add to it. It doesn't make people see you as a serious artist. If anything, it takes away from that. It casts a negative light. And so you don't want to do that. But I am glad that, he didn't have anything in his system at the time. And I really hope that he is able to get these charges dropped and get the help that he needs. Because, mental health is serious. A lot of people are struggling right now. Again, I don't think that he's struggling necessarily financially. I mean, I don't know, but he's won a Grammy and he's put out other music as well. And I feel like his lawyer said that he does own his own home in Los Angeles, so that's good, right? He's housing secure. So I'm hoping that he still has, I should say, I hope that he has the resources and the means to get the mental health help from a professional that he needs. And I'm hoping that this can lead to a greater conversation about police training, because the first thing that they did was, charge him with 4 felonies. Like, everything is not resisting arrest, I don't know if you guys saw the um, the AG, the assistant attorney general, and her friend that, they were having a full blown meltdown. I feel like it was in New England. And, they were drinking and they were just having a fit. They were getting arrested. They were actually trespassing and asked to leave a restaurant. They refused to do so. And so they were kicking and screaming and throwing a fit. No one charged them with resisting arrest. No one charged them with, felonies. So I just, I really hope that, like I said, that he can heal, that he can get the help that he needs, whether it's, with a psychiatrist or a psychologist that may prescribe him some medication to prevent future psychotic episodes. But I hope that these felonies are dropped and dismissed in light of this new evidence. Anyway, you guys, let me know your thoughts. What do you think about these new tests and this new addition to the case in regards to Lil Nas X? Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk with you in the next one. Have a great weekend, Aces. Take care. Bye.